Hey guys, this is Velvet Sky, and you're watching Pinfalls Pixels, where wrestling meets gaming, hosted by my pal Glocky. Check him out and tell him Velvet Sky sent you, and let the pigeons loose, baby. Oh yeah.
Wrestling fans love to say their favorite superstars fear nothing. They jump off ladders, they go through tables, and they even get thrown off the Hell in the Cell. But what happens when there's no script, no ring, and no referee to save them? What happens when a WWE superstar steps into Fear Factor? In the early 2000s, reality TV was exploding. Fear Factor stood at the top of that mountain. Hosted by Joe Rogan, it was a show built on gross stunts, crazy dares, and total humiliation. And on a few wild occasions, it invited the world of wrestling inside. This is the story of the wrestlers who stepped foot onto Fear Factor. Before we dive in, I just want to take a quick moment to tell you how you can support the channel. Head over to pinfallspixels.com or to the store section on YouTube and grab one of our fresh t-shirts. We got a lot of designs to choose from. Or maybe you'd like an art print or a sticker featuring one of our exclusive cosplay designs. Want to be part of the show? Producer credits are also available so your name can appear in the credits of future videos. Thank you so much for the support, and now back to the video. From Chyna surviving scorpions to Matt Hardy conquering the air and The Miz winning the whole thing, this is every stunt and every shocking win. Our journey starts in Season 2, Episode 1, the very first celebrity edition of Fear Factor. It would air just a couple of months after 9/11 and featured 6 familiar faces: Chyna, Coolio, David Hasselhoff, Donny Osmond, Kelly Preston, and Brooke Burns. The prize? $50,000. But the celebrities weren't competing for themselves, they were competing for charity. Chyna dedicated her run to the families and friends of the 9/11 Scholarship Fund. On the first stunt, contestants would have to stand on top of a speeding double-decker bus, trying to snatch flags while the vehicle swerved, shook, and tried to throw them off. Brooke Burns from Baywatch was first, but she played it safe and was thrown off early, only grabbing 2 flags. Chyna stepped up and showed zero fear. Focused, balanced, collected, she grabbed 3 flags and secured her spot in round 2. Kelly Preston, she was an absolute beast. She grabbed 5 flags and sent Brooke home. And then came the men. Coolio grabbed an insane 12 flags. David Hasselhoff managed just 3, while Donny Osmond pulled off a surprising 6. This would result in David Hasselhoff's elimination. RIP to the Baywatch crew. Deep in an abandoned subway tunnel, the second challenge would push them past their limits. Each contestant had to stick their head into a box. Over 3 brutal minutes, they were submerged in superworms, then millipedes, and 20 emperor scorpions. Donny Osmond would go first and last all 3 minutes, bitten, covered, and pale. Kelly Preston followed, composed and calm, another full 3 minutes. Coolio was next, unshakable. He completed the full time. Then came Chyna, who would admit she hates bugs, legit. But she didn't flinch. She was stone-faced, completely silent. She powered through the full 3 minutes, no crying, no shaking, just heart. The final challenge was a massive platform swinging 100 feet in the air. Contestants had to walk around the platform and make it all the way around without falling. The person who was the quickest would win. Coolio was up first, locked in, and completed the loop in 29 seconds. Up next was Chyna. She started strong, running even. but halfway through she lost her footing and dropped off the edge. Coolio took the win, but Chyna walked away with $25,000 for her charity and proved once again she was always more than just a wrestler. A few months later, Fear Factor got the full WWE treatment. On February 25, 2002, the show aired a WWF Superstar special featuring 6 legit names: Lita, Jacqueline, Mighty Molly, Test, Jeff Hardy, and Matt Hardy. 3 stunts, 1 winner, 1 chaotic crossover. For the first stunt, contestants had to climb a ladder hanging beneath a flying helicopter. Yes, a literal flying ladder match, over open water. Lita was up first. She fought hard, climbing rung by rung, finishing in 1 minute and 55 seconds. Next up was Mighty Molly, who would use Lita's leg wrap strategy and improve with a 1 minute and 27 second time. Jacqueline, she climbed like she was chasing a championship. Her time would beat Lita's, sending her home. And now on to the guys. Matt Hardy would go first, no wasted movement, finished in 1 minute and 1 second. Then came Jeff Hardy, the ladder match legend, who struggled. He slipped, stumbled, and eventually fell into the water, eliminated. All Test had to do was finish, and he took his time, ending with 2 minutes and 17 seconds. Things would get really nasty for the second stunt. Each contestant would roll 3 dice that would determine the ingredients of a smoothie they would have to drink. The base of the smoothie was pig brains. The dice options included bile, cod liver oil, rooster testicles, animal fat, veal brain, spleen, durian, cow eyes, and fish sauce. Yum. Mighty Molly would go first. She would roll fish sauce, cod liver oil, and bile. She took a sip and started gagging, unable to drink anymore. With tears in her eyes from gagging, she would be eliminated. Next up was Jacqueline, who would roll veal brain, durian, and spleen. And she chugged it. No flinch, no hesitation, stone cold. She was a savage. Next up was Test, dripped out in a Lita t-shirt. He would roll bile, cod liver oil, and rooster testicles. He would take 1 sip and tap out, eliminated. Matt Hardy was up next, and he would roll spleen twice and animal fat. He would finish it and advance to the finals with Jacqueline. In the final stunt, contestants had to climb massive poles in the pouring rain and transfer flags from one pole to another. The fastest would win. Matt Hardy went first. Methodical and focused, he finished in 7 minutes and 8 seconds. Jacqueline would give it a shot, but after climbing up, she would tap out early. Matt Hardy won WWF Fear Factor, a wild, unexpected victory for the Carolina Kid, and an early showcase of how far he'd go when motivated. Now let's jump to 2006. Season 6 of Fear Factor brought in reality stars from Survivor, The Amazing Race, American Idol, The Apprentice, and The Real World. That's where we find The Miz, alongside Trishelle. Still years away from headlining WrestleMania, Miz came to Fear Factor with a chip on his shoulder. And this time, the grand prize was $150,000. The first stunt was a demolition derby. The catch? The passenger controlled the gear shifter. Miz and Trishelle went crazy, taking huge damage and smashing into anything moving. They didn't win, but it was a non-elimination round. Then came the Swamp Skull Challenge. Teams would have to retrieve 3 skulls, one of which was guarded by a real and pissed off 7-foot alligator, and place them on stakes to stop the clock. Team Survivor was up first and finished with 15 minutes and 22 seconds. Team American Idol finished in a time of 10 minutes and 5 seconds. Team Amazing Race did not finish. One of the team members would assault another contestant, and even Joe Rogan would have to step in. Next up was Miz and Trishelle, who would totally dominate with a time of 8 minutes and 14 seconds. Next up, teams would have to extinguish a houseboat fire, rescue a dummy, get picked up by a chopper, jump out, and then deliver the dummy to an ambulance. Team Apprentice would finish with a time of 7 minutes and 3 seconds. American Idol finished in 7 minutes and 27 seconds. Miz and Trishelle would once again go beast mode and finish in a time of 6 minutes and 7 seconds. Then came the bug box. The ladies would be submerged in a sealed tank of bugs, while the guys would dive underwater with wire cutters to release them. Team Survivor struggled. Team American Idol crushed it in 1 minute and 16 seconds. But the Miz would crush it and end in 38 seconds, not even coming up for a breath. The next challenge would see the women chained to a sled, covered in spiders, while the men jumped into ice water to find the release keys. Team Idol would fail after Anthony was pulled out due to hypothermia risks. The Miz and Trishelle would complete the stunt with a time of 7 minutes and 57 seconds, but Team Apprentice took the win here with a time of 5 minutes and 26 seconds. But this was once again a non-elimination round. The final stunt was a winner-take-all contest. Placed in convertibles 100 feet in the air, the men would have to toss balls to the women as the cars drifted further apart until they plummeted. American Idol would complete 2, the Apprentice team would complete 1, and Miz and Trishelle would complete 3. And with that, the Miz and Trishelle won Fear Factor, $150,000. The Miz would later say that Fear Factor proved he could win under pressure, that he could lead, that he could thrive when others cracked. Sound familiar? From Chyna riding on top of a bus, to Matt Hardy winning in the rain, to the Miz dominating. These wrestlers proved that fear really wasn't a factor. They didn't need rings or entrance music to shine. All they needed was guts, grit, and one hell of a reality show. Now I want to hear from you. If Fear Factor was still around, who would you want to see on Fear Factor today? Would LA Knight eat a smoothie of testicles and bile? Would Rhea Ripley climb out of a scorpion tank without blinking? Drop your dream lineup in the comments, smash that like button, and subscribe for more videos. Thanks for watching. This is Glocky and I'll catch you on the next one.